Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Todd E. Walnuts update video. Today I'm going to show you guys some things I picked up from Kino Lorber over the last couple weeks. I have an addition that I added to my HannaBarbera collection. I got a couple of lenticular slippies that look pretty cool. I got a stack of Blu-rays that I got from the dollar store, if you can believe that. I'll show you those last. And the big boy in this update is a box set that I got from Criterion last week or 2 weeks ago, something like that. They had a one-day 50% off sale, so I scooped up a box set that I wanted to get for a while, and I got it at the right price. So let me get into the update here first with the HannaBarbera DVD. And this is the complete collection of Lippy the Lion and Hardy Har Har from 1962. Lippy the Lion was voiced by Daws Butler, who is legendary in the animation voice business. He also did Peter Potamus and many others. But this is the complete series, 267 minutes running time. And I think it's 2 discs. So that's pretty cool. And this was just released by HannaBarbera, like within the last couple months. So glad to have these in the collection. It was only about 20 bucks, 22 bucks I think, on Amazon. So if you guys are interested in collecting any of the HannaBarbera stuff, you know they usually go around between 25 and 30. This one was about 20 to 23 bucks, something like that. There's a couple more that also came out. I'm going to grab those at a later time. Let's see. I had some upgrades in the collection. I got these on Kino Blu-ray. The first one is Chuck Connors in Kill Them All and Come Back Alone. It's a spaghetti western by Enzo Castellari. And I upgraded the Wild East DVD, which I'm still going to keep my DVDs because this was a fun series to collect, these Wild East titles. They're very rare, and I'm going to keep them in my collection. But this one was Spy number 27. It was one of the earlier releases from Wild East. So now I have it on Blu-ray. And the only, I do like Kino, but the only bad thing about it is they're pretty much bare bones for the most part. You don't get very many special features. Here you can see at the top, you get an audio commentary, and you get 2 cuts of the film and a trailer. That's about it. And then on the inside, it's pretty bland. I mean, there's not really much going on. But they always do have a nice, clean copy of the movie. So I was glad to upgrade this one. So that is Kill Them All and Come Back Alone. I upgraded the Specialists. This was a bootleg copy. This one never did have a DVD or Blu-ray release until now, until Kino Lorber put this out. And now, from what I hear, Eureka is going to be putting this out in the UK. So Sergio Corbucci from 1969. Again, there's not a whole lot going on the inside, but glad to upgrade that to blue. And then the third upgrade was the Hellbenders. This is a Anchor Bay DVD. And this one's out of print, and it was going for some pretty good money. And now it's got a Blu-ray release, and you can get this very affordable. All of these movies are around the $20 mark on Amazon. And again, there's not much in the way of special features. You get 1 audio commentary and a trailer. It is a film from 1967, starring the great Joseph Cotten, another Corbucci film. So that was that. And I did get one other Kino title, and this is Journey to the Seventh Planet. And this was one of the last remaining films I needed for the Ib Melchior collection, and I'm going to be doing a fan retrospective of Ib Melchior probably tomorrow. So if you guys were kind of jonesing for some Toddy Walnuts videos, you're going to get a couple here in a row. So you're welcome. This is a sci-fi film from 1962, and Ib Melchior did the screenplay for this movie. And this one actually does have some pretty cool inside artwork. So I was glad to pick this one up. This was one of the last ones I needed for the collection, and you guys will see that probably tomorrow. And here's another Ib Melchior movie. This is the Time Travelers. This one does not have an official DVD or Blu-ray release. So if any companies watch my channel and you want to put out a great release of this movie, it's a very good movie. It needs a Blu-ray release. Put out a Blu-ray DVD combo. Arrow, Scream Factory, anybody? I mean, you can make us all happy. This is a slim pack. This is called The Time Travelers from 1964. And this one was actually directed and written by Ib Melchior, who was a Danish-American filmmaker, author, director, writer. He did it all. And he just passed away a few years ago in 2015 at the age of 97. So as far as I know, I haven't popped this one in yet. The seller told me that this was widescreen, but not anamorphic widescreen. And from what I hear, the quality is pretty poor, like a 6 out of 10 in his opinion, which it'll probably be less in my opinion. I'm pretty critical about the picture quality and stuff like that. So I'll pop this in, but I'm going to be doing a overview on Ib Melchior's works, so stay tuned for that again. This was given to me by my dad over the past weekend. This is the Blu-ray of True Detective Season 1 with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. Two fine actors. I haven't seen the show yet. I know this has been out for a long time. This had probably been out for at least 5 or 6 years by now, because I think they had a couple seasons of it. It says 2012, so 8 years, 7.5 years. It's a 3-disc set. It has all of Season 1 on it. And from what I heard from people, Season 1 was the best by far, so I'm glad I got this one. So thank you, Dad, for that. Let's see. I got the 3-disc limited edition of Two Evil Eyes from Blue Underground. This was the collaboration with George A. Romero and Dario Argento. You can see that this has a pretty cool lenticular plate on the front. Kind of has that pendulum effect. And so you get the nice thick slipcover. And you get a 4K restoration of the film on Blu-ray. They call it the 2019 restoration, Disc 1. Disc 2 is extras, also on Blu-ray. And Disc 3 is the soundtrack for the film. There's a reversible cover with the original cover. Going back to the VHS days, it also had that cover for DVD. There's the soundtrack on CD. And it also does come with a booklet. Talk about the cast and crew. Edgar Allan Poe. Talk about some of his works. Get some stills. There's the two geniuses right there. Romero, Argento. It's Harvey Keitel. And here's the CD track listing. And here are the chapter stops for the movie. Movies. So I thought that was a pretty cool little upgrade. This will be the last time I buy this movie. I'm not going to buy it anymore. I do have this movie several times already, and if they, you know, this is a 4K restoration of the film. If they do come out with a 4K disc of this, I will be passing on it. So, and I got one from Vinegar Syndrome. This is called Tammy and the TRex, which I think now is sold out and out of print with the lenticular cover. And it doesn't really do much other than to show the 3D depth of the cast and the dinosaur. And you can see a very lovely Denise Richards. And there's Paul Walker, the late Paul Walker. And this is a movie I've not seen before. I heard it's pretty wacky. Some people seem to have fun with the movie. I wanted to grab it. It was still right around the $40 mark when I picked it up. But I've looked on eBay since, and these are going way, way up. So if you didn't get a chance to get this one now, or buy now, it's chances are you're going to have to pay a little more for it. Just keep your eyes open, I guess, and see if you can find a deal on it. But this is a 2-disc set. This is the Blu-ray. This is the alternate cover. This one is kind of like the G-rated cover, I guess. It doesn't have the carnage at the bottom by Denise Richards' feet down there, as it does here on the front. Just a little bit different. And there is the DVD. And again, this is a film I haven't seen yet. I think this came out in the early 90s, 1993 to be exact. It is all region. So looking forward to getting into this. From what I heard, it's just silly fun, kind of like a drive-in popcorn type movie. So I'm all in on that. Looking forward to checking that out. I think before I get into the Godzilla set, I'm going to show you guys the stuff I picked up at the dollar store, which in my area we have a couple of dollar stores. The one that I go to the most frequent is called Dollar Tree, and I go there quite a bit because I get the quarts of green tea and cranberry juice. Those are two of my favorite drinks. And I happened to see a bin in the front of the store, and they had Blu-rays and DVDs in there. And they don't have that very often, but for $1 I grabbed all of these. The first one is called BBC Earth, Great White Shark, A Living Legend. It's a documentary about great white sharks. And it comes with this slipcover. And if I can, it's pretty tight in there. Let me see if I can pull this out. I think there must be a sticker or something holding it on. Feels like it's really tight. Yeah, there was a sticker here by this little window. It's giving me a little resistance, but we got it. So I thought that was pretty cool to get a Blu-ray with a slipcover for $1. And I do love shark documentaries. I think they're pretty fascinating. So for $1, you can't go wrong with that. It's still sealed. But I was pretty amazed that they had these out there. The next one I have is called Panic in the Streets. And this is kind of a film noir. 20th Century Fox put this out. And it just looks like it's kind of a fun throwback movie to the film noir days. I'm trying to see if there's a release date on here. 1950 this was put out, and it looks like it was put out by 20th Century Fox in 2013 on Blu-ray. So that's pretty cool to get that for $1. Can't go wrong with that. The next one I got was called Lawmen of the Old West. It's a 6-part documentary, which I do have on DVD. I had no idea this was even released on Blu-ray. This was put out by Mill Creek. It's Region A. And these are the 6 parts of the documentary that they have. Westward Destiny, From the Ashes of the Civil War, The Earp Brothers, Tombstone, Outlaw Outpost, Good versus Evil, and The Taming of the West. And it looks like it's 5 hours long for $1. And there was 2 of them there, so I grabbed them both in case anybody out there wants to make a trade, or maybe I'll give one of these away at some point if anybody's interested in these. Because I do have this on DVD, and I did check it out, and it's a fun watch. And I had no idea that it was upgraded to Blu-ray, so I picked up both of those. The next one is a movie that I'm not really familiar with. I mean, I know all about it, but I haven't watched any of the Hunger Games movies. I may give this to one of my daughters, maybe. But for $1, you get a Blu-ray, DVD, digital copy of the Hunger Games Catching Fire with a slipcover, which I thought was pretty amazing for $1. I wasn't going to leave it laying there for $1. Whether I'm a fan or not, I can give this to somebody or hook somebody up somehow in a trade. You guys get out to your Dollar Tree and see if you can get any movies. Go check it out. And the last one I got is a DVD, and this is the original The Office from the UK. This is on BBC Video. They call it a series over in the UK. We call it seasons here in the US. But this is the complete second series, which is the second season. Comes with a nice slipcover. And it's a show that I'm not really familiar with. I haven't watched any of the Offices from the UK or the US. I know it was very popular, but for $1, 180 minutes of a comedy show, you can't go wrong with that, with a nice slipcover, clear case in there. So that's pretty cool. So those were pretty fun to find those out in the wild. I don't usually get deals like that. So I did get a bag of books. My grandfather passed away not too long ago, about 6 months ago. And he left my dad some books. These are Louis L'Amour Western books. I'm just going to go through really quick. Maybe some of you guys will enjoy these. I'm not really much of a reader, but these were given to my dad. My dad read these. Now he gave them to me, so at some point I'm sure I'll read them. I'm just not very much of a reader. I get a little bored with it, but I'll go through and show you guys what I got because I haven't even looked myself yet, so we'll go through these together. But this is Passin' Through. Also got one called Silver Canyon. So if you guys know anything about any of these books, let me know what I'm in for. Let me know which ones are good. Here's one called The Quick and the Dead. Here's one called Buckskin Run. My grandfather and my dad were both huge influences on me as far as what the Western genre. I grew up watching Westerns ever since I can remember. So they know all the movies and all the books. And this one's called Matagorda, if I'm pronouncing that right. This one is called Westward the Tide. This one is called Last of the Breed. This one is called Treasure Mountain. You can see how old this is. See that little sticker at the top right hand corner? It's from Farmore, if you guys remember that. It used to be a pharmacy slash kind of like a dime store. You can rent movies back then, get candy. They don't even have them anymore as far as I know. They're not at least not in my area. They went out of business a long time ago. This one's called Mustang Man. This one's called Lonely on the Mountain. A couple more here, and then I'll get into the Godzilla set. This one's called Ride the Dark Trail. And that's my grandpa's initials right there. His name was Lloyd James Brown. Lloyd Joseph Brown, I'm sorry. Wow. That was my mother's dad. And this is the Far Blue Mountains, To the Far Blue Mountains. And Jubal Sackett. So I don't know what I'm in for, but I know these are pretty old books. I would guess these are probably from the 70s or maybe early 80s. It says 1985 on this one. So if you guys know anything about those and you want to chime in with a comment down below, that's fine. I may do this one in a separate video to give it an unboxing, its own unboxing, and then I'm going to do that Ib Melchior video too. So I'll just kind of show you. This is the last for this video, But this is the big Godzilla box set. This is the Showa era films from 1954 to 1975. And these are all the 15 kaiju classics that you get. Godzilla, Godzilla raids again, King Kong versus Godzilla, Mothra versus Godzilla, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, Invasion of the Astro Monster, Ebirah, Horror of the Deep, Son of Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters Attack, Godzilla versus Hedorah, Godzilla versus Gigan, or I'm not sure how to pronounce those, Godzilla versus Megalon, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, and Terror of Mechagodzilla. And they come in this huge coffee table style book. And I think I will end this video here, and then I will show the next video of the unboxing of this. And then tomorrow I will record a video for Ib Melchior. If you guys are interested in that, check that out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. I will do a quick recap. So we got Journey to the Seventh Planet, The Time Travelers, True Detective, the complete first season, Tammy and the TRex from Vinegar Syndrome, Two Evil Eyes from Blue Underground, Lippy the Lion and Hardy Har Har from HannaBarbera, 1962, the complete series. I upgraded Kill Them All and Come Back Alone. I also upgraded the Specialists, and I upgraded the Hellbenders. I picked up, this was a must-own in my collection. I waited for a 50% off sale. I got it. Boom, here it is. Godzilla. So keep an eye out for that video next. And when I was out and about at the dollar store, the Dollar Tree to be exact, I grabbed these titles here: The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, The Office, the complete second series, Lawmen of the Old West on Blu-ray, Panic in the Streets, Great White Shark, A Living Legend. And for the Louis L'Amour books, I have Last of the Breed, Westward the Tide, Mata Gorda, Jubal Sackett, To the Far Blue Mountains, Ride the Dark Trail, Lonely on the Mountain, Treasure Mountain, Passing Through, Silver Canyon, The Quick and the Dead, Buckskin Run, and Mustang Man. So for Miss Hannah, and behind her is Miss Heidi. I am Toddy Walnuts, and I thank you guys for watching my videos. Take care.